All right, guys, we're underneath my house, and I'm going to show you this recirculator pump that works in conjunction with my tankless water heater. I apologize for my voice. I'm fighting a cold while I'm recording this part of the video, but this is the beast right here. It's made by Rheem, and it is it's a recirculator pump that's designed to circulate water for hot water systems. And this one was originally intended to be put underneath a sink at the furthest point away from where your water heater is, and that just gets the hot water to your bathroom or to your kitchen or wherever the furthest place is from your heater is, without wasting water, without just having to turn on the faucet and waiting for it to get hot. This eliminates the need for doing that. And the way I installed it, I'm going to stick my insulation back up there a little bit. It's kind of come unstuck. But I installed it actually in my water circuit. So I put these two shut-off valves, so if there's ever a problem with the pump, I can just shut those valves off and then basically take this out of service if it has an issue, or if something breaks or explains a leak or does something weird. I can take it offline without having to completely shut off the water to the house. So I did that. That was a little bonus. So all this thing takes to operate is power. Just power, and I've got it run into an extension cord. I've got an outlet going off in that direction, and then it has a low voltage line, which is right here, which would be, and I've got it scotch guarded to a piece of low voltage line that I've got running upstairs. And to make this pump run, all you have to do is to make this pump run, all you have to do is take these two wires and short them together, and the pump starts running. And you're like, okay, well, it runs. Well, does it just run forever? I mean, what's the story? Well, no. What happens is, this is the hot water side, and this is the cold water side. And so what happens is that water is pumped from the hot water side through the pump and then back into the cold water side. And so what that does is my water heater is all the way down there, way past, my camera's trying to focus, it's way up there. So it's going to circulate that water all the way from the water heater back to here. And once it reaches here, it's going to come down and it's going to hit this little sensor. And that little sensor will tell the switch right here that, hey, the water's hot, and it shuts off. And what's great is, and you're not going to use it again until the water's cold. So it'll just reset itself, and it'll be ready for the next time that you want to use it. And so instead of me just putting a button upstairs, like a push button or something like that, I hooked it up to a smart switch that talks to my Echo Dot. So I'm up in my office, and I was talking about that smart switch. This little gray wire here is what comes from the pump underneath the house, and it goes to this little guy, which is a single pole double throw smart switch. And it just, the little red light means it's got power. It just runs off of a little, just a little power supply, smartly labeled water pump. But it could also, it runs on, I mean, it's a USB connector, so you could just as easily plug this into an old iPhone charger you might have sitting around, and it would work just as well. But it's got a normally open and a normally closed side. I've got it in the normally open side, so whenever I give Alexa the command, it closes the connection and starts the pump. So Alexa's not too far away from me, so let's see if it'll do its thing. Alexa, heat the water. So you saw it click. So that's what it does. I mean, you just attach it to your Wi-Fi, and then there's a skill for it in the Alexa app. Now this is a little bit redneck. I've got it like wire tied to the bottom of my table here, but I think I did this kind of on a whim, so I didn't really think about putting it in an enclosure and making it look real permanent. But it works, and keeps me from having to
short a wire or do it manually or anything like that. All I have to do is yell at my Echo Dot, and it does the work.
I don't think it can hear me through the floor, but I can try it. Alexa, heat the water. It actually did it. So it's running. So this will sit here and run, and you hear how quiet it is. It's actually really quiet. So if you wanted to put this underneath your sink, you could. But what it's going to do is that water is going to be running down, and once I'll start feeling it get warm on this side, that's when this thing will come close to shutting off. I can't believe that thing heard me through the floor. It's pretty funny. But right now, what's happening is that the water heater's running, and it's making hot water, and it's getting drawn from here, going through there, and going back to the heater, as opposed to me sitting there with a faucet turned on, waiting for it to get hot. It just does it this way. It just circulates it through a closed line, so the water's not getting wasted. It just is circulating through back to the cold water side. Okay, I feel it slowly starting to get warm. And this will run until that water gets hot, and then it'll shut itself off. It's really cool. Now, you don't have to use these just with tankless systems. These can also work with tank water heaters as well, just to keep you from wasting water. If that's your thing. So the water's getting warm now. Depends on how long it's been since the heater's been run. Okay, it just shut itself off. So now, as far as the pump is concerned, the water's hot. I could go upstairs and turn on the faucet, and I've got hot water right there, right then. It's a pretty sweet little addition. You might want. Now, these pumps are not necessarily inexpensive, so I consider this not a necessity. But if you're really interested in saving electricity and not making your, not just dumping. Because I'm on a septic system, so me not dumping water unnecessarily down a drain is kind of a good thing. So that's one of the main reasons I got this. In addition to just the idea of having water available whenever I want it is hot water, that is, available whenever I want it's pretty cool. So, no pun intended. So I'm going to leave a link for, in the description for, the make and model of this pump. And think about it when it comes to your water system, a hot water, situation. Could help you, might save you $1 or $2.